Well, I think we can say without a doubt this was the most satisfying episode of Game of Thrones that we've had in all 6 seasons. I almost feel like uh, Martin didn't actually agree to this episode because there's never anything this satisfying that happens. We got to see two awesome, just sort of battles. Dragons. The dragons are fully grown and badass, and they burnt up all the ships, which is amazing. We got to see Tyrion kind of be awesome again, which was fantastic because he's kind of sucked for this whole season, and he's my favorite character. And we got to see finally, after four, I don't know, maybe all the seasons of them just drilling into our brain that Ramsay Bolton, or Ramsay, whatever his name was, the bastard Ramsay, uh, was the most hateable person in the world. HBO was like, we are going to make it clear that he is the worst person ever, and he is. He is the worst person ever, and he finally got it, and it was satisfying. There was a moment where I thought he wasn't going to get it. I thought he was either going to get away or somehow they were going to fuck over Jon Snow again, but they didn't. They finally gave the viewers what they wanted, and he got eaten by the dogs. I really thought they were going to bring out Jon Snow's wolf, and because I think he's still alive. I think he's the last wolf standing. Besides, I think Arya's wolf's out there too somewhere because she let that wolf go. But that was it was just awesome, and I mean there was a couple of things I think we all knew. We knew Rickon wasn't making it. Like as soon as he started to run across that field, if you thought Rickon wasn't making it, you hadn't watched a single episode of Game of Thrones because that kid was dead in the water from the minute he walked out on that field. The giant won one. We knew he was the biggest target on the field. He was definitely going down. I'm actually surprised he made it as long as he did. He died a pretty cool death, and it was just awesome. But the truth is that even as gratifying and as satisfying as his victory was for Jon Snow and for the Starks to take back Winterfell, we know the sneaky, conniving Littlefinger now has them all in the palm of his hand because they all owe him. So it's going to be, I think, a short-lived victory celebration. Unlike what's on my TV right now, which was the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the championship, which I missed completely because I didn't really care. But the Starks. But the other truth is that they're all going to celebrate for a few minutes, and then the White Walkers are going to come down from the north, and Daenerys and the Ironborn and the dragons are going to come in, and it's going to be a whole new problem. And Jon Snow is just never getting a chance to rest. So they got a lot to do in this next episode. I heard this next episode is going to be, I think, 90 minutes or 80 minutes or something like that long. So they got a lot to pack in, and they got a lot to get done. Because after this, there's only 14 episodes left, and there's a lot that's going to happen. And he's still got to write 2 books that are each 1,000 pages. So I don't know how they're going to fit all that information in that. But for now, we can all go to sleep tonight and enjoy the celebration of Ramsay Bolton finally getting it in the ass. And we're all satisfied. And Sansa was a badass as she stood there and watched him get his face eaten like kibble by those giant dogs. So that was cool. Anyway, check you next week for the season finale. Can't wait. Gonna be, I'm sure, huge things. Hopefully, we get to see a little more from Arya. And until then, remember, winter, it's always coming.